We know everyone wants answers, and the community deserves answers.
Officials now say the wildfires in Southern California have killed at least 25 people. Yesterday, that number stood at 24, and a lot of people want to know how the fires started. Fire officials say that is still under investigation, but new analysis of images from satellites and a wildfire camera suggests the Palisades fire might have ignited near the burn scar of a small fire that started 6 days earlier. As for the origin of the Eaton fire near Altadena, newly released video of flames near an electrical tower on January 7th might be a clue. Experts say a perfect storm of wind and dryness caused those fires to spread rapidly. As the firefight continues around Los Angeles, emergency managers in our area see it as an educational opportunity. News 5's Bill Folsom is looking into what can be learned.
Colorado's wildfire risk has many similarities to Southern California. It's why our local leaders are paying attention to what's going on in LA and looking for lessons learned that can be applied here.
Focusing on the first 30 feet around the home.
The mitigation team with Colorado Springs Fire back for a look at mitigation work around the home of Rob Hicks.
Some buy-in from the community was pretty easy after Waldo.
This Rock Rimmon neighborhood is just down the road from the Mountain Shadows neighborhood that burned during the Waldo Canyon fire. Hicks is the homeowner association president and sees the wildfire images out of Southern California.
You know, not to the same scale, but you can certainly pick out certain areas within town that look very similar.
It's reason for this neighborhood to reevaluate the status of previous mitigation.
Just because we've had a fire quarter of a mile down the road doesn't mean that we won't have one a half a mile away.
We're going to look at after-action reviews. We're going to look at case studies of what happened in California and then evaluate our processes of how we can be better prepared.
Colorado Springs emergency managers are also doing more than watching and wishing this doesn't happen again in Colorado.
I would say we evaluate our tactics, our processes, our procedures, our ability to communicate with the community, and the mitigation.
They're evaluating things like water availability, evacuation plans, and in the midst of all the LA destruction, they see how mitigation can help when firefighters have to stay out of the way because of wind pushing flames.
I think some people tend to look at the images and think it's hopeless. What can we do against it? Not realizing very small incremental changes both in the vegetation around your home and the way your structure is susceptible to those embers can completely change that outcome.
Emergency plans need to be continually reviewed and updated. An important part of that is having the community on board. In Colorado Springs, Bill Folsom, News 5.
Bill, thank you. Scripps News and the Scripps Howard Fund are teaming up to provide relief in Southern California where it is needed the most. It's so easy to make a difference. Just text the word Scripps to 50155 or scan the QR code on your screen right now to donate. Every dollar you give goes directly to people impacted.